Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Get ready. Regular. Slam.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Palmer to throw. And he's got Gresham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jermaine Gresham, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out left side here to Bryant. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
Defense likely bringing pressure here. 3rd and goal from the 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing is Palmer. He's going to go for a bit. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. A.J. Nelson, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. As the Steelers trot back out for offense, Charles, wanted to ask you about the AFC North. They're tied with the Ravens through 12 weeks at 6-5. But just because of the kind of the mystique of the Steelers, you get the sense that this is their division to win.
The mystique and Big Ben at quarterback. Because I think that when you really analyze it going down the stretch, people I talk to around the league, they all still feel that the Steelers at the end of the year will be atop of the AFC North because Big Ben provides the edge that they need.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Bell, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Over the middle here to Coates. That throw good for only a couple and brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on third down. And they'll put Bryant in motion left. On third down, Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Stays on his feet. And an alley to run. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A gain of 39 that time.
You know what's really hard for a big-time running back? Is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. But this drive, oh, he's come alive, and in a big way. Now he's starting to gallop.
They come out here in the eye. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Slot man moves right. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Brought in by Coates. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger.
Come on, not fair.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Finding time. He's going to a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out now come the Cardinals. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Again, it's Johnson. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Palmer toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Second down, Palmer. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Palmer on first down. Fitzgerald's got it right side. 4 catches against the Falcons for Fitzgerald. That moved him past Tim Brown and into 5th place all-time in receptions. He continues to climb that ladder.
And he's also one of those guys that doesn't just talk about trying to get better in the offseason and increase his game. He actually does something about it. Every year he has his own camp. He invites some of the past great wide receivers to come to the camp, work with him, sit around and talk ball. They watch film. They go over techniques. They talk about how to get better. They work on his body. You name it. Larry Fitzgerald always trying to improve.
Floyd, the man in motion left. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Cuts back left sideline. And that one results in 35 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
Let's go, G!
They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Palmer gives to Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle. On
3rd down, Palmer. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
All right now, blue 58. Blue mirror.
And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's first and goal. A strong running. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They come out with one back, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Carson Palmer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come out in the pistol, and they start the second half with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Get ready.
On second down, here's Palmer. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That one was intended for John Brown. And now it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here we go.
Fitzgerald coming in motion right. From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Oh, it's a wobbler here. They'll take this inside the 40. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it's 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And Boswell missed it. Missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it. And that one never wanted to come back.
Here we go. Blue. Zebra. Mirror. Regular.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
The play clock's running down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And the back goes into motion. Oh, barely. They snapped it at 1. Now Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. 23 yards on the play.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. He's had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today. Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on your offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards there for number 15. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Let's go. 1.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. 2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And the D looking like they may blitz.
Let's go, let's go.
The slot man in motion right. They'll try and throw for it with Palmer. That's caught at the 2. 5 yards on the pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And, Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create, and if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. On the ground, this is Johnson. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
All right, now. Blue 95. Blue 95.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson taking it in. And the Cardinals add on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Again, it's Roethlisberger going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The Wildcat to Johnson. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
In motion right is Fitzgerald. This time Palmer will throw. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And Green with a catch left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what...
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green, 54 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. 3 yards left to grab here on 3rd down. Play clock winding down. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So a 3rd and 8.
Get ready.
On 3rd down, Palmer. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Drew Butler now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go.
The Cardinals will go for it. It's Palmer. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about the...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chandler Jones charging hard for that outside linebacker spot. He gets in to drop him for a loss of 12. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. In motion right is Brown. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So after the interception, here's Palmer. It's complete to Brown, right side. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Here's Johnson. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it with Johnson. Room here to run. And David Johnson on his way. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got zero.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And on 2nd and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, that touchdown won't change who's going to win the game, but I think you and I know a few people who play fantasy football that may have had some interest in that one.
Yeah, that's one thing. When you get late in these games and they're out of reach, those touchdowns, maybe a couple people on the edge of their couch for the wrong reason.
Yeah, not just moral victories are played for anymore, are they?
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
It's a gain of 17 that time. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Now they'll throw it with Palmer. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on third down.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Palmer on third and long. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go, let's go. 1-18.
Slot man moves right.
18. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Rush in. Sally 19. Sally. Regular.
They're going on 4th down. It's Palmer. He's going to walk, and that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
So they're going to go for 2. In motion left is a running back. Palmer looking to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage looked defensively. And the hard count got the defense there. Encroachment and the 5-yard penalty. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.